This is another thing to take under consideration with the fires out west towards watching what's going on in other parts of the world on the other side of the ocean. Please take these things very seriously towards what's going on right now.
Tonight, a brutal heat wave driving devastating wildfires in Greece. Rescuers evacuating dozens of people from an island just off the Greek mainland. More than 100 wildfires burning in the country, one scorching more than 100 homes and businesses near the capital city of Athens. A new report suggests the Earth's entire population of emperor penguins could die out by the year 2100. That's if the pace of global ice melting continues. That research published in the scientific journal Global Change Biology. When we come back here, more inspiring gold medal wins for Team USA in Tokyo.
You see what I'm talking about? Now it's not out west. There was another place over by Turkey that was on fire. Another place that was on fire over in the Elks or the Swits. Australia's always had a lot of burns this time of year pertaining to all their fires that they had last year. Then you take under consideration South America that was deliberately, purposely setting fires down by the wet rainforest. So every time you see an occurrence like this, with the population of people being over 7 billion people, we're all breathing out of the same oxygen tank. Okay? Kind of put that into the right perspective. We're all breathing out of the same oxygen tent. Every day we see contaminants that's getting in the oxygen inside the oxygen tent. Do you not think that this is going to have a profound effect upon people's health? Towards, like the Bible talks about, that he will throw thee off into great tribulation, except thou repent. He will throw thee off into a sick bed. It's not just the COVID that we have to be concerned about here. It's all the other medical illnesses that is occurring with people all over the planet. And whenever you are having this type of diminishing quality air up onto the planet, as we're sitting basically watching the planet catch on fire practically, because I don't know what all those people out west are going to wind up doing that ain't going to have adequate water supply. And if it don't hit them this year, the way that we're going, it's eventually going to hit them. They're eventually going to have to cross this path towards what are we going to do now for sustainable water. If they don't cross the path this year, if they don't cross it next year, it's just a matter of time before they will have to cross it, the way that our weather is evolving and alternating. President Biden cannot speak highly enough towards the urgency of everybody needing to pay attention towards what the hell is going on, not just in America, but throughout the planet. Because it's intensifying. It is getting worse. Especially whenever they're saying by 2100, which is give or take another 80 years from now, there won't even be penguins to be living because the ice will be all melted. I'm going to say the scientist is off on that reading. If we don't hurry up and change this, I'm going to say they're probably that's a conservative number, probably going into half or a little bit less than half pertaining to the problems that we're going to be facing with the animal kingdom life, not just with the penguins, but the white bears. And there's other species that live in cold environments that cannot evolve into a warmer climate. They'll just basically die. And it's going to be sad to sit and watch those animals become distinct over our stupidity, because we was told 30 plus years ago that this was occurring and nobody wanted to listen to it. The people in China didn't want to listen to it. The people in Russia didn't want to listen to it. The people in other places didn't want to listen to it. Now, granted, whenever I first went out west in the early 80s, I think it was 81, 82, out in LA, their smog problem was so bad that in the mornings, whenever you would go in to downtown, if you was up in the mountain range, you couldn't even see the valley because it looked like a cloud that was hovering over LA. Since then, they have straightened out a great deal of their emissions, going from the cars that was built in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s to the point that now we have cars that's getting 25, 30, 35, 40 miles to the gallon. So we have improved the emissions to some degree in certain places here in America, but we haven't done it worldwide. This is the point that we're going to have to hit home to, people over in China and Japan and people over in Russia and India and other parts of the country. We're going to have to hit it home to them towards what's happening, because eventually we're all breathing out of the same oxygen tent. And once the oxygen tent becomes contaminated, we're all going to have to breathe contaminated oxygen. Just like we're all drinking from the same spigot, the spigot that comes from Mother Nature in regards towards our rivers and our reservoirs. Once those rivers and those reservoirs dries up, we're going to have to seek alternative lifestyles in going other places. I don't mean alternative lifestyles by being gay or lesbian. I'm talking about alternative lifestyles towards having to change from where we was adapted to living, regardless whether it was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Santa Fe, or places out in California, or places out in Nevada, or even Arizona, that we're all going to have to change our habitat. We as humans can do that. The white bears can't do that. The penguins can't do that. I mean, we can save a few of them, but as far as the hundreds of millions of them that they are today, we can't save them all. And it's really going to be sad. It's going to be sad because we're going to watch life come to its non-existence simply over greed and stupidity here, not only in America, but throughout the planet. Good luck to all of us. God bless you, and God bless America, and shalom.